It looks so nice and I was expecting this burst of flavour and it just flopped. Hi, I'm Martina, mom of two.
And today I'm trying another mom's
meatball. No spaghetti, just the meatballs.
I love to cook meatballs because it's really easy for me to cook and really fast, you know.
It's so nice, you know, doing it with your hands. It's really fun.
These are something that I make to conquer all my boyfriends.
My meatballs is different because I cook it with bread crisps and pecorino romano and peppers.
I use two different kinds of meat. I use pork and beef. I let them cook in the sauce so they get nice and tender and just bursting with flavour.
My meatballs are normally made with a bit of sausage, mince and all other ingredients.
I serve the meatballs like this because I prefer with no tomato sauce.
What I would say is that Italians don't put meatballs on spaghetti. Just eat the spaghetti with something else and the meatballs separately.
For me, it's the best when it's no sauce. They really enjoy it. They want more.
This is a small plate. Nothing against a small plate. I actually prefer meatballs without the sauce.
They look burnt. Well, this one looks burnt. Visually, I can only tell that they used either breadcrumbs or panko on the outside.
They have a very spicy smell. Oh, they're a bit hard.
Definitely tastes burnt, which is a shame.
There is some chili or pepper. I love chili, so no complaint from me.
It's not something I've ever put in meatballs, and I'm not a big chili fan. They're a bit dry and stodgy as well.
The first bite was, woo, yes, lots of flavor in there. But then afterwards, there is something missing in there, but they're really good.
This mum must have cooked the meatballs for way too long, so they're not the nicest meatballs to just sort of snack on.
Well, next time I will put a lot of chili in it, but that would be spicy meatballs.
I don't think a sauce would have saved the meatballs, but it would have made them a bit better, maybe got them a couple more points. I'll give these meatballs a 4 out of 10 because the cooking is completely wrong and I'm not a fan of chili in meatballs.
I would give this mom a 9. I really like the flavor, but after the first bite, the flavor sort of disappeared.
Cook them for less time next time and make them a bit bigger.
In my family, everyone loves my meatballs. I usually make them smaller. This one are quite big, but small, big, it doesn't really matter sometimes.
Wow, it looks delicious. It's really big and rich. A lot of tomato sauce and it's smelling delicious. This basilico.
It's going to be a rich sauce, there's quite a bit of oil, and I'm pretty sure that this mum used carrots, so it's going to be quite a sweet sauce.
Wow, it's really soft when...
Okay, I was expecting a bit more oomph. The meatballs themselves are a bit bland. They're very tender though.
The meat is really, I love the meat, it's really soft when you put your mouth is, you know, like a cream, like something.
I can definitely taste the sauce, which is really nice. There's a lot of bread in the meatballs because it tastes quite bready. Maybe it needs a pinch more salt to sort of elevate the flavor of the meat.
I like everything. Is tomato sauce is so rich and perfection.
It looks so nice and I was expecting this burst of flavor and it just flopped. I'd give these meatballs a 6 out of 10.
I will give a 10 because the meat is really delicious and the sauce is really delicious. I will ask for the mama, give your secret, please.
Everyone loves my meatballs because they're just so rich and the tomato sauce is just perfect.
It looks fantastic. I like the quantity of sauce that is on top of the meatballs.
It look beautiful. It's really big. It's a grande. And the tomato sauce is really rich. The meat is, I don't know, it's different.
Yes. This is a good mix of beef and pork. I really like it.
The meat is really special. It's a beef, it's a pork, so in Italian it's a manzo or maiale. I think it's really special for the tomato sauce, and I love it because it's really rich of the tomato.
They are really flavorful. There is a lot of taste coming through. The sauce is fantastic. I think it's even better than the meatballs.
I like the portion because it's really big, and I love it when it's a lot of tomato sauce. It's an explosion of flavor. I think if you separate it, it's not the same. We have to stay together.
I would like to know what kind of tomato is this, because this is great.
I give a 10 because it's extraordinary for me. Mamma, sei bravissima.
I would give this mom a very decent 9. I like almost everything. There is a spice that comes into my mouth and I really don't like that taste. But other than that, they're fantastic.
I'm pretty sure I won because my sauce was delicious, my meatballs were delicious, and altogether they were just to die for.
The meatballs today were really good. I think it's sort of impossible to make very bad meatballs.
If you enjoyed this video, watch another video on BuzzFeed.